All the Buzz. In 1969, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin made history as the first people on the moon. Weekly Reader WR spoke to Buzz Aldrin about NASA's planned return to the moon, A Future on Mars, and his children's book, Reaching for the Moon, which was featured at the National Book Festival in Washington, D.C. WR. What does it feel like to walk on the moon? Aldrin. You knew that you were there, but it was unreal at the same time. It's so different and unusual that it's almost dreamlike. WR. What was the most memorable part of walking on the moon? Aldrin. There are two moments that are not recorded on film. They're recorded in my mind. One was just a second or two after we shut the engine down and we realized that the spacecraft was on the moon. That really was the major achievement. When I was outside seeing the Earth, my other thought was that there were only 3 human beings who were not on Earth. The third was Michael Collins, who was orbiting the moon in a craft that would take the astronauts back to Earth. WR. Your children's book is about following your dreams. Did you dream of being an astronaut? Aldrin. Well, there really wasn't any such a thing as an astronaut until about 1958 or 1959. Sputnik, the Soviet space satellite, didn't go up until 1957, so thinking of human beings in space was not at all common. WR. Will returning to the moon have the same impact as it did when you and Mr. Armstrong first set foot on the moon? Aldrin. No, I don't think there is any way you can replace the competitiveness to reach the moon first that existed, the pioneering spirit. The moon is a proving ground in our backyard. We've been there before, but it's preparing us to visit another planet. WR. You've been a supporter of a piloted mission to Mars. Why do you think it's so important that we send humans to Mars? Aldrin. Now we can send robots to Mars, but that just wouldn't satisfy the human desire to want to expand our horizons. We've always done that. I can't answer by saying that there is going to be something profitable that will be returned from Mars, other than perhaps storytelling or making movies en route. WR. Your sister gave you the name Buzzer when you were young, and then it got shortened to Buzz, and that stuck? Aldrin. It certainly did. It made it very recognizable and unique. Number 1. Read the sentence from the passage. No, I don't think there is any way you can replace the competitiveness to reach the moon first that existed, that pioneering spirit. As used in the sentence, the word pioneering most nearly means A. Traveling to the moon, B. Traveling across the country in a covered wagon, C. Doing something that has never been done before, D. Feeling proud of something you've done. Number 2. Read the paragraph. Aldrin, there are 2 moments that are not recorded on film. They're recorded in my mind. One was just the second or two after we shut the engine down and we realized that the spacecraft was on the moon. That really was the major achievement. When I was outside seeing the Earth, my other thought was that there were only 3 human beings who were not on Earth. The third was Michael Collins, who was orbiting the moon in a craft that would take the astronauts back to Earth. What is the most likely reason the author included this paragraph? A. To show Aldrin still remembers his trip to the moon after all of these years. B. To tell about personal memories of the experience not caught on tape. C. To describe how he remembers landing on the moon and looking at Earth. D. To show that he is imagining these 2 moments in his mind. Number 3. Who was the astronaut who did not step foot on the moon? A. Buzz Aldrin, B. Neil Armstrong, C. Michael Collins, D. Weekly Reader. Number 4. Based on the passage, what is a main reason why NASA might want to send humans into space? A, because humans have a desire to make movies about space. B, because humans have a desire to expand their horizons. C, because humans have a desire to compete with robots. D, because thinking of human beings in space is not common today. Number 5. According to Buzz Aldrin, what were the most significant memories of being on the moon? Select 2. A. Comprehending the accomplishment of being on the moon. B. Having surreal and dreamlike experience. C. Standing outside on the moon and seeing the Earth from space. D. Being one of 3 human beings who are not on Earth at that moment. E. Being one of the first people in the world to ever walk on the moon.